Of Conversation Redriven, we are featuring yet another interesting product. In this era, 2000 all the way to 2006, there are only 3 cars that were fighting to dethrone each other from which car is going to be the most versatile, the most interesting, the most budget-friendly and family-oriented SUV in that market at that moment. And it's either you are buying the 2002 to 2006 Toyota RAV4 second gen, or you're buying this car standing next to me, and this one is the second gen Honda CRV. If not this, then you're only buying the Suzuki Vitara. Welcome to another episode of Conversation Redriven, featuring the 2005 Honda CRV. If you're planning to buy this second gen Honda CRV, there are a few things I need you to know. One of them is that this car came in 2 configurations. Configuration meaning the first gen, the second gen, the first few years, that is from 2001 all the way to 2004, had a different face, which is this particular one that I'm standing next to. And then from 2005 to 2006, there was a refresh, and it got a few improvements here and there. The improvements being the headlights, the fog lights. Like this one here has a trapezoidal design of headlights, but in the newer version, the refreshed version, you'll see it is circular, so hautapata hii shape hapo. Very easy, very subtle, very boxy design. And something that you need to know again, this front bumper, there are those that will come with a fully painted, a full colored bumper minus this, but this one you have dual tone going on, so you have a plastic bumper that is black, and then the other bumper bit is painted in the body color. You get? So ukiangalia, know the difference. Ukiona yenye hii kitu imejaa yote, then know that is part of the second facelift. But easy, hapa Honda wao kuwa na mambo ya design language, so they were just going for something simplistic, something that will shake a bit on what the RAV4 market was enjoying. And this they did cook. Trust me, you're looking at this car right now, inakaa ni kama gari ya kawaida, but during that time this was a fantastic look. And fantastic look comes all the way to the side profile, okay? So I want you to see the box design shape of what this car is. And if you compare this now to the RAV4, you realize this one is slightly taller, that's number one, and it's also longer, okay? And then with very huge windows. And these are part of the few design cues that really made people, you are either buying the RAV4 or mostly you are buying this. The guys who went with the Suzuki Vitara were the guys who were off-road junkies, and they really wanted to go off-road and experiment a lot, because the Vitara, to be honest, among the 3, hiyo ndo iko na very capable 4x4 system, okay? But this one, know that this one do not, but this one also has it. This particular one that we are reviewing today is what we call the RD4. So when you're buying a Honda CRV, you know, you'll hear those numbers, RD4, RD5, RD6, and RD7. So this one will have a range from RD4 all the way to RD7. And RD4, basically it means it's a front wheel drive, and then RD5, RD6, and RD7, ni all-wheel drive, ama 4-wheel drive, if you want to call it that way. So when you see that transaxle code with that code name, jua, that's what it means. So this one is an RD4, front-wheel drive, no power is being sent to the rear wheel. Again, all-wheel drive system ya Honda this time ilikuwa very simple. It was torque on demand, meaning it was purely front wheel, but in case you needed power to be sent to the rear, then the system will engage and give you the all-wheel drive capability. So, something else, easy rim naziona, yes, easy ni aftermarket. So, these ones are aftermarket, trust me, but the original rims that this car comes with are very nice, okay? Most of them are alloys, but pia unaweza pata ingine iko na rim ya mabati, but most of them utapata kama ziko na alloy, and they make this car look awesome and beautiful. Angalia ground clearance mse. You remember, hii ni kitu unaingia, unatengeneza gari. Check, hauhitaji kuinua gari. So these are part of the things that made this car quite interesting and versatile to own and use and drive at the same time. So now, part of the few things, I consider this car one of the best generation of the Honda CRV. In fact, I dare say that this was the best generation. So, and this is the reasons why. Kukuja huku nyuma. Okay? So the design language at the rear, again, is something that is not common on many cars. Okay? Angalia hizo taillights. Right now, guys are doing this on the Volvo XC60s, XC90s, and guys are like, wow, that car looks beautiful and awesome. But Honda were doing this thing from the way back, okay? A very long, tail light, which is interesting. Now, if you buy this car in other markets, mostly the Japanese market or the UK market, utapata kuna moja inakuja na spare wheel imekuwa mounted hapa, okay? But this one does not have that. And this is where it gets more interesting. So you open the door, it opens just like that of the RAV4, but this one is very huge, okay? Very huge. So I told you this is, for me, the most complete or the most interesting version of the Honda CRV, and this is why. If you get in, if you guys remember the practicality on the Toyota RAV4 was good, but this one is better. Actually, you get 2000 liters of practical boot space hapa nyuma. Hii ni kubwa. Tunaweza kaa hapa na Mbugua. Niite Mbugua kama. Mbugua hoka. Kalia huko kaa pande hiyo. Unaona? Kama mimi na Mbugua tunatoshea. Say unit na extra. This is say no. So that's how practical. And it doesn't stop there. Mbugua kishia, let me show you something else. I can bring the seats down like that. And it doesn't stop there. I can still pull this string hapa chini. Na niinue hiyo kiti namna hiyo. Tena hii wewe bwana. Okay, hii imekata. Hii imekata. But you get the drill, eh? I can also lift this one up and then I get double practical boot space. I always think DCI wanakuwa wamechanganyikiwa. Hizi ndo gari nafaa kuwa anachukua nazo wase. Okay? These are the ones. These are the ones, eh? These one are the ones. There are hooks here. Hapa juu kuna hooks za kuweka mzigo yako. Okay? Hiyo kitu imechomoka, but you get the point. You can get hooks here where you can hook up your luggage kama umenunua mzigo. Alafu kuna ka light hapa nyuma, eh? So in case you're bringing your stuff and it's dark, you have a light there to illuminate. You have your hooks here. You have another hook here. Your jack will be stored here. Back then hata kajack yenyewe ndi yako. Unakaona? Bwana. Hata kajaito leo hapa. Kamerust ka kitu kingine. But you get the point. Back in this time, guys were creating cars that were actually functional, and it didn't stop there. So if you move out slightly on the door, again, you still have your storage compartment hapa hivi na hapo pia. Quite convenient. Unafikiri me stop up? Let me show you something else that is crazy. Because under here, you have a full spare wheel tire. Okay? There's a full spare wheel tire hapo. Haka nika donut. Okay? But sasa wacha nikuoneshe mahali sasa CRV inashinda RAV4. Now you take this one out. This one is actually a table. So you lift that leg up. You lift that leg up. And I position this one here. Niambie. Tell me which other car that has this. Sasa unapewa ta repair kit wadogo than hiyo. So this one can carry 20 kgs. Unaweza weka hapa picnic yako igari ukienda out na familia ama na person of your heart. Mko na ka picnic hapo. Quite interesting. Okay? So these are part of the things that I feel they made the Honda CRV a very, very important choice when it came to buying a family-friendly, practical, family-oriented adventure SUV. Actually, these are part of the reasons why people chose to buy this instead of buying the Toyota RAV4. As we get back to show you what is packed up under the hood, let me put back this table. There we are. And show you something here that is interesting. I know this door is bothering you, right? So kama umepark gari hapa nyuma, ama you are in our Kenyan parking lots, you open this door na gari imepark close to you, it becomes a problem, right? I know, it's a problem, eh? You will complain about it. Don't worry, Honda has already thought about you. Now, this windscreen here can actually be opened, but you will struggle to open it from here. It's not here. Come, I show you where Honda have hidden it. You come all the way to the door, just like your Mercedes-Benz, they have hidden it, the button here. So I press that button, and then it just latches open. So now I come here, open this. Ha! Watu wa RAV4. So now I can just put my luggage in and also put everything out. Now this car will make a perfect car for the crew. Sijui niongea na kina Mbugua tukashike haka. Sasa haka nauzwa 750. Haka Mbugua atakaa hapa ndani, let me open. Hapa ndani bwana. Sasa tunafanya ma driving shots. This is very nice, man. This is very nice. I love the CRV, considering I can take it to any off-road terrain and still enjoy a better driving experience. Come on. They look like things are kawaida, but these are very serious inventions. So let's check out the front and see exactly what powers up this car. And does it make a reliable statement, just like the Toyota RAV4? One of the most interesting elements, this car has a lot of quirks and features that are quite interesting, and one of them that I'm surprised, I don't know why they didn't keep this system to this modern day. I'm curious. I'll go and check the modern CRV and see if this feature is still there. But the way the steering column, the steering system, the column itself, all the way to the rack is mounted, it's just here. Ujamata kula kataweza onesha, but it's just here. Look, this is the steering rack. And here are your rack ends. Unaona hii mrefu inaenda huko na ingine inaingia huku inatoka huko. Quite interesting. Quite an interesting innovation. But let's come back to what powers up this car. So what powers up this car is a K series type of engine. So you only get two types of engines when you're buying this car on the second gen. You get a K20 or a K24. K20 is simple, 2000cc, dual overhead cams, and the 2400cc again, dual overhead cams. And then one thing that you need to know about those two engines is these are part of the most appreciated and sought after engines in the motorsport space, okay? Like these engines will be tuned to make awesome and capable power. Mnasikianga term fulani mtu akisema K-swap, okay? I'll take this car and then I do a K-swap. Basically what they mean is they're going to take a Honda engine, a K-series, and slap into there. Na wanatengeneza hiyo gari inakuwa moto kama pasi, okay? Of course it comes with the IV Tech, which is Honda's system of variable valve timing, which helps this car give you both power and efficiency. Paired to this engine, you can get it either with a 4-speed automatic, which is this particular one that we have today, or you can also get it with a CVT 6-speed manual or 5-speed manual, or 5-speed auto as well. So you have a spoiled in terms of choice. You can take any depending on what you find in the market. But the most important thing is you have to check and confirm which one exactly are you buying. And because of that, this car has a variant of few issues here and there that you need to know before buying them. And I'm not a specialist to tell you a lot about it. I'll do a brief later, but let me take you to a guy who knows much about this car to tell you what are the possible problems that you will encounter when you buy this car.
So these are some of the problems you might encounter with a Generation 2 Honda CRV. So this particular engine ni a K20 na hii engine inatakanga ufanye service wakati inahitajika, because this was the first engine yenye wali introduce the IV Tech. Hii engine ilikuwa inatumia the solenoids kupush your oil, and once umeruka service, hiyo oil unajua inakuwa chafu na ina end up clog. So unapata itakuletea problems kwa hii engine yako, and one of the problems ni utapata issues na timing, na secondly ukipuuza zaidi utapata problems with the valves, whereby the valve seals zitakuwa worn out na that will end up giving you costly repairs zenye hauko unategemea. So the second problem with this Generation 2 Honda CRV, shida zake zilikuwa ni the suspension system and the rubber bushes. So unapata hii gari ni 2-wheel drive, whereby kumaanisha the bushes zilikuwa zina wear and tear very fast, and hence watu walikuwa wanapuuza. It is said that hizi bushes za hii gari back then hazikuwa strong enough. Ulikuwa unaambiwa maybe uende a certain mileage ndio maybe ukuje uangalie, but unapata hazifikishi hiyo mileage. So it is advised up to date that ukienda a certain mileage, ukienda kwa mechanic wako for service, anakuangalilia bushes zako to make sure that ziko in good condition, to avoid kelele na stability issues. So una make sure mechanic wako amekuangalia the links, the arm bushes, na pia anakuangalilia the steering rack ndio uavoid kelele kwa gari yako. So lastly, despite having problems with the bushes, hizo bushes ziliend up ku-affect hadi the engine mounts, whereby unapata engine mount ya hii engine ilikuwa ina wear and tear very fast, hence unapata engine ina shake na ina vibrate sana, and also unapata iko na kelele while accelerating, which imekuwa a complaint kwa wengi wenye wameown hizi gari, So that is due to the rubber that was used kutengeneza bushes and now the engine mounts. But hii gari haikukuja na mashida peke yake. Let me show you why. So unlike generation 1, hii generation 2 ilikuja na an improved suspension huku nyuma whereby iliwekwa multilinks, na hizi ziliweza kusaidia gari ati hata ukiweza kubeba mizigo miguu hazitainama, na pia ikaongezewa the control arms pale zikakuwa nono kiasi for better performance both kwa off-road na pia kwa the city. So generation 1 ilikuwa na ile chuma imerana across kutoka hii side hadi ile side which is the beam, na unapata ukibeba mzigo kwa generation 1 ulikuwa unapata miguu zinainama, na that is what people complained about, na Honda ikasikiliza watu and that is why ikaweka the multi-links. So that is all about the mechanical problems za the Honda CRV generation 2. I'm your technician Dennis from CARSURE. See you on the next one.
And there you have it from Dennis, the chap who told you a lot about this car. And mine ni ile ya nyuma. Ile ya nyuma ilikuwa inapanua miguu. That was my biggest worry, especially on the first gen. But this one, the good thing is hauna hiyo shida, okay? In case you're wondering what power output you get on this particular car. So you get 150 HP and 197 Newton meters of torque. Now they look like very stupid numbers. But back in the days, those were quite serious numbers, and every car that did those numbers was hyped, okay? Let's check out the interior to one. What options do we have? And does it live up to the glory of what the RAV4 offered? Guys, take me back in time. Take me back in time, because there is no way this car can be this good. Look at this interior. This is pre-90 cloth interior. Like, okay, it is a 2002 version. But look at it. Akalia, look at how this car has kept. I can tell you for a fact, my Mercedes-Benz W211, I did the interior. Okay, it's a 203. I get it. It was leather interior. But you get the point. Like, this car is solidly clean. And they have two cup holders with a resting pad. Okay, the boxy shape makes this car quite convenient in terms of how roomy and how spacious it is. Angalia headroom yangu. Okay? Hii kwanza hii ya jamani. Hii hata haijaishonwa. Hii roofline hii mase, hii haitaharibika. I tend to think that a guy will buy this car 10 years from now will still get it in the same way it is right now. Okay? But you get a very solid cloth interior with very quality cloth and some leather padding zenye jaira ruka paka sahi. You get your nets here to hold your luggages. Gari zingine hazina. Okay, we've just done a review of the 2019 Toyota RAV4. You guys have watched on Sunday, and it only has this thing on one seat. Haina kwa yote. Okay, and that beauty of cloth still translates to the door. Soft to the touch. Very nice. Very good. Bwana. What else are we waiting for? Let's check out the front and see inakaa namna gani. Now, kama una wonder, when they say they'll carry 3 people at the rear, they meant it. These are not like these modern cars where they tell you it can carry 5, but realistically it cannot. Hapa nyuma hakuna transmission tunnel, so you don't get any hump here. So that means the guy who will sit here will be quite comfortable as well. Headroom iko fiti. Quite interesting. Now, there's something I need to show you. Come. In the year 2003, you could actually adjust the position of your seat belt. See this? It means if you're a short guy, unaipeleka chini. If you're a tall guy, you take it back up so that it can fit you quite well. Fantastic stuff. So I've gotten myself a cup here. The owner of this car left it here. Because you kama nakaa fiti ama hapo vipi? Ama niwache? Niwache? Let's get over this. So now, the interior at the front is still awesome. And the owner who used to drive this car and own it has made a good job of already transforming this face here. So now you have an Android radio, okay? But in case you don't get it with this, you have a DIN 2 set up here. Compartment juu na kangine chini where you can put in your normal Sony tule unangoanga face. Not tule unangoanga face. Kakona Bluetooth, USB, aux, nakaweka pale. But if you have the money, I will do the exact thing that this guy has done. but the build quality is still awesome huku mbele. Captain seats, so uko na resting point yako hapa na pia mimi niko na resting point yangu. Ya maneno ya kuweka hapa katikati tunangangana tunashare. No. You have your small table here where I can put my 2 phones with 2 cup holders, another space here, and you can also hang your stuff hapa hivi if you want to. But in case this one is in a kubo, you still have extra space here. Okay, I can also put my stuff there, which is quite very interesting. And then this one there's a lever here, naweza inua ni feature hapo, which is quite interesting. Now, this is a handbrake. In case you guys are wondering where is the handbrake, it is this one here. It has been designed quite well to just fit in to this too. So like the design here was spot on. Iko hapo na hapo, so you think it's the same thing, but when you pull this one, that's where the handbrake is. Quite innovative from Honda. You have a cooler box in this car, 2003. Here it is. It's a cooler box. And you guys are wondering, how did it function? Or how did it work? Simple. They just rerouted the AC into that box. Meaning ukiweka baridi, sasa leo unasikia ka baridi hapa ndani freshi, hapo ndani pia vitu zako zinakuwa chill freshi. So that we delay nazo. This one is very interesting because there are variants of these cars that do not come with an automatic AC system, but this one does have. So you have auto, and then you have your manual dials here to change the way you want your temperature to be delivered to you, which is quite interesting and good at the same time. Now let's talk about something else that is interesting. The gear shifter. Umeona mahali gear shifter iko? So normally you will find it here ama hapa, hii iko hapa. Hey. So you press it in, hii gear unachezea hapa. REDRIVEN iko hivyo, the first gen, which is very nice. In fact, REDRIVEN iko kwa column kabisa ya steering, which was quite interesting. I love that bit because my dad used to have a Ford Cortina Mark 1 which had that one, and switching the gears would just be awesome. So they moved it here, but still it's fantastic and looks good for me. I love it. Tuongee juu ya storage compartment, especially hii plastic. Kwanza ni ile plastic strong, is a plastic that will hold up over time. Again, just like the Toyota RAV4, you'll never go wrong. This car looks like this. It is more than 25 years old. So you get the drill, eh? It's a very old car, but it still looks like this. Tuongee juu ya storage compartment. Storage compartment ya kwanza ni hapo. Hii ni ya kawaida. Na huyu jamaa ameroute hapa, so unaweza weka USB muziki usikie if you're going to buy this car, okay? You have another one here. Unaweka mzigo hapo kama ya RAV4. Uko hapa na mahali ya kuweka coins zako. Nishaonyesha cooler box. Iko chonjo. The door bins are very little, but again, I believe that time they were not working hard to make sure that wanakupatia mahali ya kuweka vitu za sherehe, okay? But you get the point. The side mirrors are automatic, so it means you can adjust them automatically, and they can also recline when you stop and lock this car kienda kwa nyumba. Very interesting. So the only thing we need to do now, after doing all this, ni kuendesha hii gari. Kumbuka hii gari kuna options zilikuja na sunroof. So, you need to know that. Just like the RAV4, kuna options zilikuja na sunroof. Then you also have those one that came with roof rail. Ili unaweza weka vitu zako hapo na paper, which made this car very awesome and beautiful. So, let's drive this car. Tuone, does it drive better than the RAV4? And will you put your money on this? In fact, leave me a comment below. Are you buying this or are you buying the RAV4? Same amount of money. Okay, RAV4 inauzwa 750, inauzwa 750. Hii ni 203, RAV4 ni 202. Same generation, same year. Which one are you putting your money on? Twende kazi Mr. Mbugwa, welcome to another Driving with the Boy. I'm always with a man.
Well, with a man, right now it is a man, man. It's been what, 7 years?
Yes, bana. Watu wanasema ukiwa na mimi unaongea sana kizungu with the nose.
Kizungu gani?
But instantly, hii gari kwanza tumepewa na jamaa anaitwa Gear 6. Very good friends, wako tu hapa Waterfront Karen kwa barabara. They deal in locally used. Sometimes we are on a foreign used. So I have to make sure that I give them a shout out news all the time.
So ukienda pale unaongea na Martha.
Sana Mbugwa. Instantly when we get in this car, honestly, what's the difference between this and that? Oh, you are not here for the RAV4.
Yeah,
you missed it.
I missed it, but I watched it.
Yes.
And one thing I think the punchiness is what wasn't on the RAV4.
Yes.
This car can move.
Yeah, here in K series. I feel this one is a bit more punchier and sporty. It feels good to drive. Even the way in feel kwa barabara, you some sort of confidence. Now I understand. Bonus all gonna choose hii sometimes over the RAV4. Because there's something that this one has. Because in terms of space, angalia. Like tumekaa kama tumekaa kwa shimo.
In terms of practicality.
Yes.
In terms of Honda, hata ukiangalia step wagon, the way they arrange their things, they usually have to small nitty-gritty things that surprises you.
Correct.
For me as a passenger,
Mm.
it is something I love that's not in every car. Is
Yes.
this. See this.
Hii captain,
Hii captain.
hii nini.
It's real because I don't have sikusumbui ukiendesha.
By the way.
Naona.
Nimeona nikikubeba kwa Mercedes unawekanga mkono wako hapa
I find
katikati.
myself
Sasa tunaguzana.
I find
Inakuwa
myself
ujinga
putting,
sana.
yeah. So you have this nice well cup holder.
Yes,
which are-
zinaweza potea.
ziko deep.
Na unaweza delete ukitaka.
By the way, you
iko
can
na gear
actually
lever hapa.
I think unaweza push to
Ni hapa
down.
hivi.
Oh, ni hapo chini.
Kuna gear lever.
Nice. And a small meza hapa ka table.
Yes. I don't know, I just love this car. There's a way, hata quality yake ya design, the cloth interior is just nice. Ime hold up. There are 4 people who hold up plastic zake ni zile zita last forever. Like it's a superb car. I understand. I don't know why people are not making cars like this anymore. Bro.
Honestly, the cloth material on this,
Yes.
as much as Toyota hold up, you'll notice if this was in the Toyota, like
Yes.
this holder here,
Yes.
probably ingekuwa ishaanza kuraruka hivi.
Of course.
You see, this Honda was more solid. It was more solid. Angalia hadi huku. Hey man.
Hii mpaka niko tempted kufanya 0 to 100.
And then you can surprise you. pulling 13
Tujaribu,
seconds.
acha tuende.
13 to 14 seconds. It might surprise you.
The suspension is so good. I don't know what, I can tell you for a fact. I feel like I've driven worse cars than this that are more modern. This one is old, but it feels like iko solid. Okay, kuna roadness kidogo. Hii time wako wanafikiria sana hiyo maneno ingine ya noise cancellation, but it's a solid car. I love it. This car can actually buy in 2025. Kama unataka car adventure kwanza ukipata kwa na all wheel drive. Kwa fiti.
Bali ulimalizia ni kuona ati iko na meza.
Iko na meza bwana.
You have a full kitchen. Ukibudgetia kufanya hii gari kwa off-road purely.
Yes.
Meza haiko kwa budget.
Haiko kwa budget. Uko nayo
already.
Yes.
And I don't even the owner knows that thing.
No, they don't. Most of people don't.
Probably because the table still looks new.
Yes.
And
he's never even used it.
Asizame show to me.
Wajui utamwai guys. They don't know the beauty of using this car.
The legroom on this car, let me make a comment about it.
Yes.
When you hear the passenger sides.
Na hapo by the way. Space ni kubwa hapo nyuma. Kubwa sana. I did a demonstration. It's very big.
Oh yeah, we sat.
Yeah, you remember? Yes.
Pale nyuma. I mean, overall, I feel this is a perfect.
Kwanza hiki ya shifter mali iko. Alibamba iko na drive 2 na iko na 1.
It makes you feel like those column shifter that you guys have not experienced that. I've just seen it.
You need to drive this car more, man. You need to enjoy when the shifters are here.
Nilikuwa naona hiyo, mwizi alikuwa anaona hiyo anaachana.
Hiyo unaachana na. Unadunga hapa juu unavuta unadunga chini number 1. Number 2 unaachilia number. It was nice. Yeah, I won't lie.
Acha yangu iko hapa chini.
It was nice. Now kuna kitu Deno ameongelea juu ya most common problems. Mimi tunazaambia waseni now at this era, this age na hii gari venye tuko nayo. One important thing yenye utapata ni hii gari utapata inanyesha some few points. Na hiyo basically kwa sababu ya age unapata top cover seals na seals mingi they are worn out. So if you're buying any local, not si hii tu peke yake. Any other local used. Kitu ya kwanza unaangalianga ni seals because hiyo lazima iko chonjo. Kama unapata inanyesha, make sure unaangalia ni seal gani. Na again hiyo ina come down to pre-purchase inspection. Lazima utafute msa kuangalia gari ya make sure ikoje. Kama ni vitu kama top cover gasket seals, hizo valve seals, nini hizo ma camshaft seals, ma crank seals. Once umezijua na unajua cost ya kuzisort.
Is it expensive to fix?
No, it's not. It's not.
Roughly how much do you think it cost?
Kama hii top cover gasket hii ni kaa 1500. Labor unalipa 1000. We're good. So it's not expensive. So ukiona gari ina leak, si lazima ikuscare tuseme ni kitu expire ama ni kitu takuscare. It depends with what exactly is leaking.
And where is leaking?
Yes.
Pale inalikia.
Sasa tufanye manual 0 to 100 ama tuache. Kwa sababu tukufanya RAV4, watu watasema
ideally this car will beat a RAV4 any day.
Of course, let me just do a pull.
But for some reason, people even know, I think Ibra has been a fan of the CRV to be specific.
Of course.
The way he was excited for the newer model.
No, I love the CRV, man. The CRV was so dope.
The 2019 model.
Yeah, that series is
You loved
dope.
how they had incorporated also their hybrid system.
Of course.
And the way that you could go to full EV and You don't have to charge it.
Yeah.
It's not a
plug-in hybrid.
Not a plug-in hybrid.
Yes.
In terms of like fuel economy.
Perfect. Space, cabin space, arrangement to your design here, space eco fiti. And I think that's something that they have carried on from this platform.
I think it's from Kitamba. If you look at Hondas, how they arrange their seating position.
Yes.
It's more comfort. Look at the Honda Fit. Honda Fit in the categories has the biggest boot space, leg room. You see?
And if you buy the hybrid one, it's the most powerful.
Yes.
Inakula paka nini. It's more powerful than even the e-power.
Oh.
Yeah, people think the e-power is fast. Buy a Honda hybrid Fit. Inakula e-power asubuhi.
Okay.
Yeah, it has more power than the e-power. In fact, it will do faster 0 to 100. I bet mtu aseme ni uongo tufanye. Tuchukue e-power head to head. Tuweke alongside the Honda Fit hybrid. You'll smoke it.
Not overly the price point.
So you una spend 750.
You spend 750 probably for a few donks on the engine. You get probably you're looking to spend like 30k cow venye nimesema.
Weke tu at 50k.
50k.
Yes.
And you're perfect.
You're
But
perfect.
the way you always tell when you're doing a consultation is that
when you're buying a car worth, let's say 700, put aside anything between 50 and 100, especially local used. Because now hiyo cost ya hiyo ni ya kufanya few essentials here and there. You might not 100% trust the guy selling you the car, because there are a few things as the new owner you have to do them so that they fit into your lifestyle now.
If you're lucky enough to find someone who has maintained the car,
then you're good to go. Kama ile Mercedes KDP ya ule best tulimtafuta. Yeah, kwa ile wakili. Yes, exactly. So nothing to fix there.
Okay.
Out of 10
Out of 10, this car I'm giving it a solid 9.5.
Even me, I'd give it a 9.5.
I think 9.5 is due to age and everything.
Practicality. Yes.
In terms of
some few special options here and there to make you comfortable. Na iko na cooler box. Kwanza hii handbrake hii imejificha hapa imenibamba sana. Like hii gari imenipatia the retro vibe ya being young and being in older cars that looked new and special at that time. Unajua watu sasa nyinyi huwezi appreciate. Like sisi technology ilikuwa. Unaona venye unaona sasa heads up display.
The reason why I appreciate about the older cars is obviously how they used to think about small things. Hii unajengewa gari wewe bora inasonga mbele unaenda.
Walikuwa wanafikiria smaller things alafu wana make sure ina last. Very important. Si tu ati kwangu unapewa kitu na haitaya.